You know, I gotta get back to Lee. And I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but Lee graduated, he went to Albert Einstein Medical Center. And I needed help one day. I said, Lee, you know, I had these 2 different surgeries, and for some reason they call it some type of hernia by your belly. And when you move a certain way, it gets bigger. I said, Lee, when I go to the JCC, I lay on the ball and I do my sit-ups, I see this ball. What should I do with it? He says, don't look in the mirror. Hey, this is only the beginning. We're gonna have some fun. And then we're gonna get real serious at the end. On April 4th, I am an accountant, but we're not going to talk about accounting or anything like that, because I'm not here for that. I get a call from Sammy, and Sammy says, myself, Danny, my dad would like to see you tonight. Can you give me a ride? So I said to myself, manage to April 4th taxi. Of course I'm going to be around. Where am I going to be? So they come in, 8 o'clock, I'm a little tired. And they knew to put Joel in the middle. Lee. And I wasn't even drinking. So they said they want to honor me. Okay.
They want what?
To honor me for this thing for tonight.
They want to
Honor. Okay. And here, you saw what Lee's standing next to me, right? He's got half my size. And I said this with tears in my eyes. Is this like an Aaliyah? That I can't say no. And he looked at me with that stern face and says, you're right, you can't say no. So that's why I'm here. I had no idea, other than certain people who are going to be here tonight, and the person sitting next to me, I had no idea that he was going to be here tonight. And Paul. And this is on the Emes, and for the Gentiles here, Emes means the truth. So around October, Paul is my client. He sends me this thick thing. It was like the Megillah. It was this thick, okay? And it was for some type of credit for the state. And I read it twice, and it was confusing. But I said, Paul, this isn't really for you. So that's in October. So when I get the phone call from Danny and Sammy, they said, we just got a credit, and we're going to send it over to you. Okay. When I opened it, instead of saying something, it said Hillel. So I said, this is what we have to do. I just want to talk about the credit for 2 minutes, because it sounds like I'm being honored here, but what I did was at the end. Okay. And the story behind this whole thing was 2 mishpachos from Mishpachos family, which I think you've heard that I'll be saying that a lot tonight. But the 2 families was David Brent's family and Gary Fagan's family. And they had people that were associated with the credit in the school similar to Hillel in Philadelphia. And that's how it was originally found out. Now, in order to be able to get this credit, you don't call 717 Harrisburg and say, I'd like to have this credit. You have to sign out for it, be approved, and everything else. Okay? And this is where we have to give Danny the credit for working hard and getting this whole thing together. All right, so here's where the fun starts. So here we have 2 constraints. One constraint is we're only allowed to raise so much money. The other constraint is we had a timetable that had to be done within a Okay. So, and the other thing is, in order to participate, you have to make so much money. Now, a lot of my clients go to Hillel, but I'm not allowed to tell Danny and Sammy how much they can contribute. And it was almost like the war room. We're saying, well, this is a list of people who we're going to go after, how we're going to do this, we can't get more than 250 and everything else. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And it worked out well. Okay. But then they messed me up a little bit. Somehow, some way, they extended the time and we were able to raise a little bit of money. And we had like another 10 days to do it. So Danny goes to Israel for these 10 days. And I have to work around the 10 hours difference. I have to work around, he said I talk to him every day, but I have to work around that. I have to work around Shabbos and everything else because we're doing all this planning. Sammy is even worse. And I'll give a donation in someone's name if they can answer this question. The donation will be 3 times Kai, $54. Whenever you call Sammy and you get his voicemail, what does the voicemail say?
Spanish.
It's in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Carla Bari.
Turn your name in. For $54, I'm going to give a donation. But I want you to visualize this. There's pressure on me. I got 10 days to do everything. I'm trying to get in touch with Danny in Israel. I'm trying to get in touch with Sammy, and I got this Spanish lady telling me something. I don't even know what to do. And like that, she's talking real fast. And that's what we had to deal with. Okay? We had time constraints and everything else, but that worked out also. This is my speech, we're almost done. I like to tell 2 stories about Hillel and also Shire Torah. And a lot of the Shire Torahs could be apologetic wherever you want to be, okay? But these are all special people. And a lot of times, I'm fortunate because of the clientele I have. When an Orthodox person moves to Pittsburgh, they say, man, these people are so nice here. I can't get over it. Okay? And the first story I want to tell is a client I had who was Orthodox. Matter of fact, he did his residency with David Brennan, so you know how old he is. And he moved, I'm sorry, well, Dave, I'm older than you, so don't worry. So here, they moved to New Jersey. And their daughter, who's like in her 20s, comes to visit her friends, and they were Orthodox. And then I went over to the house for Shabbos brunch. And they said, Bob, we couldn't believe it. When we went to the Shire Torah, everyone came up to us. Everyone introduced themselves to us. And it was so nice. I said, as Jewish people, we should never be strangers among our own people. And I'm not knocking New York, because one of you guys are probably from New York. I can only assume. But they said they would never do that in the synagogue in New York. They wouldn't go out of their way for things like that. And to me, that was very special. Okay, and it's the truth. And when we say mishpacha, this is my special mishpacha. Okay, and at the end, we'll get involved with that. The one thing I forgot is, so when I heard I got this award, one of the first persons to call me was Phil Milch. I said, Phil, what am I going to do? I can't say like Stanley Marks when he was honored that Rabbi Ruttenberg was his mentor. The story with the sisters, and he can tell you later, but he got a fake from Rosenblum's bakery. But he said, Bob, make it short but sweet. Well, I know what short is because I have my parking tickets, and as soon as I get done, I'm getting invalidated. But I don't know what sweet is.
What's short about that?
And I just want to share that. There's another story about Hillel that I enjoy telling people. Stanley Marks is my age, and when he graduated from Hillel, there was 12 people in his graduating class. And here he went on to medical school. He graduated first in medical school at Pitt. The 12 kids graduated. 3 years later, there was 12 kids in the graduating class. Now it's like 6 of them are doctors, but I'm not going to get involved with that right now. That's what he tells me every time I tell this story. But Joe and Lee graduated tops in their class. What's the chances of those 2 classes, 3 of the people go on to medical school? I don't know when they had time to dub them, but they deserve a lot of credit. This is a lot of it.
Hello.
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 I keep seeing you guys.
I keep seeing you guys. I think it's He doesn't realize how funny it is. He doesn't realize how.
He asked permission from Toby. And you gotta remember, like Stanley and I were roommates 45 years ago. Lee talks and Joel talks and many other people here have long-term history. In case you haven't read all the national stories about her and everything else, she's the maven of matchmaking. But she didn't like come from Detroit, land in Pittsburgh, and became the maven. She needed people to refer people to her. So hopefully you'll verify this. In the beginning, I was one of your biggest referrals. So I want you to picture this. So because of my clientele, I'm getting referrals of young doctors who moved to Pittsburgh, they're 28 years old or whatever. And here, I'm meeting this guy for the first time. And we're hitting it off, and I says, this would be a good candidate for Tova. So I call Tova, and she says, bring him over right now. So we had to go in 2 cars. Okay. And here, we go walking in, and there's a doctor that I know, it was like 4 or 5 years old. I said, Tova, when'd you get this dog? She said, well, this couple wanted to get married, but the girl didn't want the dog, so I took the dog. And I found out tonight, Julie will verify this, the dog's name was Joey, and the dog was at the wedding. Oi! Did anybody warn you about me before I came here?
Hello?
Now, I know the rabbi had trouble talking about certain things, and I'm going to talk about certain things also. No, this is honoring the rabbi. I want to introduce my. Where'd that go? Make sure I don't get the chocolate that was on the cake you didn't want me to eat. That's all right. I want to introduce my family who is here. Okay, my daughter Beth and Jeremy. And his daughter Hannah had a previous engagement, so she cannot be here. But when you were 3.5 weeks old, it's hard to be in certain places. Also, I recognize my son Michael, and you are my daughter, you know that. If this dinner was 6 months ago, I'd be telling you about 2 other people. The one is my brother Shelley, and he passed away in March. Okay. The other one is my wife, who has a certain condition, and she's at Charles Moore's, and I just like to, I'll give you her mother's Hebrew name and everything else, but we gotta pray for her to get better so she can come home, okay? Lee said something, and it was related to a winning attitude. Well, what I like to do is say a positive attitude. And we all know that every day is not a holiday, and every meal is not a feast. We also know most of the time someone else drives the bus. Why did I get involved with Hillel? Okay. Stanley and I say many times, my Bubby said, if you have a couple good friends, you're lucky. Okay. And here, when I look around this room, and I'm a CPA. The CPA, the way I measure my wealth is not in money, but in special friends. And I don't know what Forbes magazine does when they tell you who's the richest people, but when I see my special friends here, and there's a lot of them, and hopefully they feel the same way about me. I'm a very wealthy person. Okay. And many years ago, I was going through hard times, and someone said to me, the good thing is you can talk about it. And at that point in time, it didn't mean anything to me. Then a couple of weeks later, the light bulb went on. It says, the good thing is I can't talk about it. But it's not like I go up to a person on Forbes and and say, hey buddy, can I talk to you about something? Okay. What I have here in this room is so many special friends that when I'm having hard times or whatever, we can talk about it. Okay, and they're there for me, and they know where I am for them. And that's where Mishpachah comes from. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? It was in Spanish, right? Spanish? Okay. Give it and I'll send the check. I love the people in this room so much. And I had to be careful, because when I went around giving hugs, I know there's certain females I couldn't hug. At least not here. But I did hug all the guys. They say this is an honor. If you notice, I'm not reading from anything. This is my heart talking. To me, it's not an honor. To me, it's an appreciation of people, special people being there for me, and they know where I am for them. And that's what life's all about. Thank you.